Spanish Foreign Minister Josep Borrell confirmed the European Union is hammering out a new Brexit accord to secure approval from member states before a weekend summit in Egypt latest this week. Mr. Borrell insisted Brussels will not reopen the withdrawal agreement but would be willing to include further clarifications to pacify Brexiteer MPs and to have them ratify the text. Speaking to Bloomberg, Mr. Borrell said, "I think the accord is being hammered out now, without having to go to Sharm El-Sheikh to do it. The EU's position is that the treaty won't be reopened, but can be interpreted, or complemented, with explanations that may be satisfactory." He continued, "The European Union negotiator was here in Madrid yesterday talking about the situation of the negotiations and he, once again, told us that the treaty is something that cannot be changed. We can add some explanation of what the words mean in order to remove some of the question marks that some members of the British Parliament may still have. That's what they are trying to do now in order to clarify the purpose, the scope of the treaty. But the treaty itself is not going to be changed. Read more. Gibraltar no-deal Brexit row. Spain threatens to block visa-free access for Britons to EU Brexit news. Borrell suggested the EU is hammering out a new deal to present this week. Image Bloomberg Getty. Theresa May on Wednesday travelled to Brussels to seek further concessions on the backstop from the European Union. EU Commission boss Jean-Claude Juncker was spotted before his meeting with the Prime Minister sporting a plaster on his cheek, and he jokingly told the press not to blame Mrs. May for his injury. Mr. Juncker said, "The outcome of an unfortunate gesture this morning. The first time I ever shaved I was 15. Today I thought I would try again and this is what happens. I don't want you to think Mrs. May is responsible for this injury on my face." Amid rumors of a breakthrough this evening, with the EU leaders being asked to agree to a new deal at a weekend EU-Arab League summit, Downing Street ruled out such movement. A senior government official said, "There are important shared challenges to discuss with the League of Arab States, like security cooperation. This is not a meeting about Brexit and the Prime Minister isn't going to seek to turn it into one. At summits, the Prime Minister always holds a series of bilateral meetings and conversations, and she will, of course, continue to engage her fellow leaders in relation to Brexit. But this isn't a European Council meeting, and it isn't somewhere that European Council decisions are going to be made." On Wednesday, MPs Anna Soubry, Sarah Wollaston, and Heidi Allen have all left the Conservative Party, delivering a blow to Mrs. May's tentative majority in Parliament. In a joint statement, the trio said, "We no longer feel we can remain in party of government whose policies and priorities are so firmly in grip of the European Research Group and Democratic Unionist Party. There has been a dismal failure to stand up to the hardline UG